the music, take me away. Oh, wake up, it's alright. Wake up, it's time to feel alive. Feel the bass line running right through your veins. Let it move you, groove you, consume you in just the right way. I said wake up, it's alright. Wake up, it's time to feel alive.
Follow my lead, then get down and jump to the sky. Show us how it feels to be alive.
Feet to the beat, get up and get down. Let's paint this town. To the left, to the right, we don't stop. We can do it all night. So wake up and live. Just wake up and live. Wake up and live. Just wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
I said wake up and live.
Wake up and live.
Come on. I said wake up. It's alright. Wake up. It's time to feel alive.
Part of the reason why I wanted to put this thing together is just to get people to talk about what it's like to be a musician now versus 5-10 years ago.
Well, the whole game has changed. Like, it's absolutely completely different. I mean, you can either go one or two ways. You can make music for the sake of making music, or you can make music to actually make money off of it, which either way that you go, I mean, it's going to be hard anyways, like either to get a bunch of guys together who actually want to do the exact same thing as you.
It is, yeah. It's hard. It's, you know what, it's hard to get 5 guys in the same room on the same day of the week on the same page, you know, and the fact that we mostly do that each week, I think, is one credit, you know, never mind gigging and doing stuff like this and whatever else. It's tricky sometimes. Sometimes we wish we were a 3-piece, probably.
Do we?
One thing that we as a band have that a lot of other bands don't is solidarity and commitment. And we've been together for a long time, and I think we'll be together for a long time to come and make more music down the road, and hopefully something happens with it, because that's the plan, right? No backup plans down here, is there?
Not really. No, we've been playing at it for between 4 of us in different bands and stuff like that for 10 to 15 years each. We're kind of older guys, been doing it a long time, but you know, we're gonna keep doing it. We love doing it, man.
For the love of music?
Yeah.
Oh,
I love of performing.
Fun.
So fun.
If
just being the craziest
if we were doing
you
this
can
for
be.
money, I think we would have quit a long time ago.
Long time
We're
ago.
weekend
warriors. Yeah, totally.
We're just in it because we love music, love playing music, writing, recording.
Because it's awesome.
Because we have to.
Because it's so much fun. We're on a mission from God. People give us drinks sometimes. People give us drinks.
round in the end. You spend your life locked in a room, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Thank you, good night, we love you all!
Who gets replaced the most?
Well, we've been together since, I don't know, what?
October
of last year. We started off as a three-piece.
We had a bass player.
And then he left. And we just decided to go on as a two-piece.
He was smoking a joint, and then we just looked back, and all that was left was a roach on the drum stool.
The last little while, we've had a fourth guitar player, but we're the original core.
He was just too damn talented for this band. I mean, he upped the stakes for the rest of us, and like, I don't know about you, but I like my stakes nice and low.
I know. And
low expectations, you cannot disappoint yourself.
And when the drumming rocks that hard, you got to fire the second guitar player.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. There is no fourth member in Trouser. It's like fuck 6 balls. That's it.
Not necessarily problems. Maybe problems with attendance.
A few rocky patches, like any other band, I guess. But we've all been playing music for our whole lives. Me and Chris used to play in jazz band together in high school. So.
Well, the three of us have been together for about 3 years, a little over 3 years, and Adrian, our young counterpart here, has been with us for coming up on a year. Curtis found him. He's the best bass player in the world.
Wow. This lineup, it feels like finally a family. It's not just guys kind of helping you out. It's really a family. You know, we work things out like a family. We haven't had any fights yet, but we're working on it. But no, it's about getting in and working on songs and having them come together as I guess expression of everybody's feelings musically. I don't know how to describe it. It's just been this great collective. It's just sort of, we just get together and music just starts coming. And we try to stay out of the way of the music, really.
Never take the advice of your fears. Never break under the weight of forgotten years. Hold out for the chance, hope for the Time is the essence from the cradle to the grave. You know you're right, deep inside. Baby, he's like the smallest seed. Can you conceive it? Never say you're bound by years. Never let your dreams drown in forgotten years. Hold out for the chance to be brave. The time is the essence from the cradle to the grave. You know you're right, deep inside. Babe, he's still the smallest seed. Can you believe it?
The only original members are me and Dylan. Darren came into the band in about 2000.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 2008.
Well, me and this guy have been together for what, 7 years or something?
Something like that.
So, yeah, but it's gone through several lineup changes.
I fell through a door somewhere on Clifton Street and ended up in a band.
And Jordan just joined the band this past year.
Well, that's a tough question. Hard to find a bass player sometimes that can make all the gigs. So we had a bass player that was quite busy, and luckily Landon was able to be around when we kind of needed him, and really helped us out.
How I found the band was through Winnipeg Metal. It was a Facebook group, and I was just pretty fed up with some of the other bands that I've been in, with some of the members being kind of waste cases, or just not showing up with the proper gear, or not showing up with patch cords and shit like that.
Fanboy, he used to follow us around and come to every gig, and then when we lost our bass player, it was, this guy knows all the songs. Let's get him in.
And so I saw TINNITUS's posting on Winnipeg Metal, and so I checked them out, and I was like, okay, it looks like they've got their shit together. And
we recruited Derek on the guitar, who recruited Froome, who recruited Landon, and it's pretty much our story.
Our drummer quit right after the album was recorded, so he sort of came in and we had to give him the album and say, learn this.
So we're doing the CD release, and he's going to be playing the CD release, but he's not on the CD. So.
Yeah, and we just sent you lyrics there, and he came down and
nailed it.
Nailed it.
Just
Surprised.
about, yeah.
We had lots of good people try out too, and different people, but Jordan here definitely. Jordan slammed seemed it. to be the best fit for the band.
You messaged me, Nick, on Facebook or like on MSN or something, and you said, "Hey, come jam" or some shit like that. And then I came, and now I'm in the band.
And then he came, and we didn't make him clean it up, so he stuck around.
Something away, can hear you feel it, cashing on tears. Well, you know it's so easy. Sometimes you let it linger, sometimes you give in and enable the leeches. Keep that butt home, but to admit that clever facade almost had me hitting from the palm of your hand. Here it comes again, the ringing and the clanging, and oh, I'm left with some thinking to do. Chase after the promise of a distant mirage. Walk away, it's it, I'll find you running. Make way, take heed, we'll get out, they're coming. But sometimes you let it linger, sometimes you give in and enable the leeches to keep that butt home. But I've got to admit, that clever facade almost had me hitting from the palm of your hand. Here it come again, the drooling at the side of you. Now I've got something to say. If only you could hear my body's request. Admit that clever facade almost had me eating from the palm of your hand. Here it come again, the drooling at the side of you. Oh yeah, it's so surreal. And now you know not what matters in looks.
Never been hotter, I think. I think the music scene hasn't been hotter in Winnipeg. ever. I think it's the best it's been in decades.
And diverse, like so many different styles kind of within a small area.
It's cool. You're obviously playing the circuit and playing the different bars. You're meeting other bands, interacting with different people, and it's one of the coolest things about music, how it brings a city like Winnipeg, or any city or any community, brings people together.
Yeah, it's great being part of a community like that too. It's actually a pretty small community, because once you start playing shows and stuff, you start to meet people in all the other bands, and after a while you become friends with them too and stuff, so that's really cool. It's pretty tough, I'd say. There's a lot of bands. It's a pretty artsy town, really.
Yeah, Winnipeg's definitely like a double-edged sword in that, like, you know, it's yeah, obviously like just a huge drive just to get to any other major city, but at the same time, it's just Winnipeg has such an amazing arts community that if anything, you know, it's just, you come across a lot of like inbred bands, but it's, you know, just a lot of, you know, truly talented people making wonderful music.
And I don't think there's a lot of venues that play live music all the time.
I find there's usually always positive energy everywhere you go, because everyone who's at a venue wants to be there because they want to hear music.
Way too much death metal in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of metal bands.
Yeah, I've seen, from what I have seen, it's been mostly metal.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went to a city like Vancouver or Toronto, there's probably always a spot available for new up-and-coming bands. I think it's pretty competitive here in Winnipeg. But we enjoy it, and we love what we're doing.
Oh, it's the funnest thing.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. There's not many bands that aren't either really light or really heavy. There's no one.
There's no in between.
There's no one driving.
I like to think that we sort of fill that gap a little bit, where there's melody, but there's also heavy, in your face, fuck you about it.
But you can still drink beer to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like there's like a lot of it's metal, but I mean there's other genres too. It's just sometimes they're hard to find. Stuff. There's a good band like Royal Canoe that's just like totally out there and crazy, but there's not too many bands like that in the city.
Go ahead, Pantonio. Give him the scoop.
Well, the scoop is there is no scoop. What bands? We're supposed to be here doing something about like other bands. I thought this was all about us. Aren't we headlining this festival?
Well, we're headlining this DVD because, you know, like, fuck, it's like, you know, it's like we are the best and you are the rest, motherfuckers. Yeah!
Yeah, we are Trouser Bound! This one is called Class Clown! Fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers. That was the first time I got me smoking railers. I told you what the fuck, what you better need to do while you're in the room. Cheer on my face, you cheer on my ass. The motherfucking teacher never gave me a fucking class. Fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers. That was the principal. Fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers, you fuck all your teachers. We gotta fucking do more, Midget Legend! Join your case and kill some more, Midget Legend! Gotta fucking do more, get the fucking ride, you short little motherfucking bastard! Midget Legend! Gotta fucking do more, Midget Legend! Join your case and kill some more, Midget Legend! Gotta fucking do more, Midget Legend! Take your case and kill them all! Hanging out at small clubs, looking for small people! Hanging out at small clubs, looking for small people! Hanging out at small clubs, looking for small people! Can you say a little bit fucking taller? Midget Legend! We gotta fucking do more, Midget Legend! Drink and kill some more, Midget Legend! We gotta fucking do more, Midget Legend! Take up and kill them all! Tell me what you buy, and fucking niggas red! Then a nigga's better than I know is fucking dead! Ever been a pussy, but I ain't really pussy! Use this fucking head, put it on my french fries! You fucked me your head, you ripped my yard! The baby knows where I hit my axe with! You fucked me your head, you ripped my yard! The baby knows where I hit my axe with! Take a dumb his buddy, we go and for a coffee! And at the table next to me, a dumb and chewing honestly! Cause I'm right, but that's alright, he's my buddy for that! Take a little councilman, I'm trying to fucking acid! You fucked me your head, you ripped my yard! The baby knows where I hit my axe with! You fucked me your head, you ripped my yard! The baby knows where I hit my axe with! Trouser mouth!
You get the odd one.
Actually, there was a guy who did that.
Oh, actually, there was one.
Yeah, I can say for sure there was one time, there was one guy, he was really mean to us.
Every band has their ups and downs, and
I think in the winter time, some people get cabin fever and they just start being douchebags and start yelling out, play some Leonard Skinner or shit like that. Yeah, free bird, and they just get really hammered. And
well, we did when we're starting and learning the ropes.
We did have that one thing in Brandon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I really came across one person that gave us a negative comment after a show or from our CD.
Except for one guy after a show that wanted to kick the shit out of me. Remember?
There's a lot of dicks out there, all right?
I won't say what he gave us the middle finger during our show in the crowd. Like,
they're like, fuck you. You're like, no, fuck you.
I don't know. If you got something to say, if you got a good comeback, it's always good.
And I had to run and call these guys for help.
Really? Oh shit.
Probably had nothing to do with the band. Yeah. No, I don't think so. It was just me.
Very abruptly.
There was a man once who someone said something to him prior to us playing. It must have been one of us, but he was giving us the birds.
Heckle them. Yeah, I mean, we don't really run into that very often. We usually have lots of people up front, and if somebody says "fuck you," you suck. Everybody in front's just going to turn around and kick their ass anyway, so.
Pour beer on their head.
I love that.
So I gave him the old,
give it right
microphone.
back to him.
I don't know. I don't want to say what I did, but it was awesome.
I always talk about it. Take a moment and remember friends no longer here. Tell a story, sing a song so we remember them. Raise a glass of fun, I'll talk just one for you, dear friend. Time is like the setting sun, there's summer just a ball. Long days are getting shorter, but some have no days at all. The best in conversation, a whisper in the wind. The yellow glasses from my dog is one for you, different. Oh shit, this can't be real. No way that this is true. I can't believe I'll never spend another minute with you. What's that honey? Let's rock together. What's that honey? Now we're the brother. Holy shit, this can't be real. No way that this is true. I can't believe I'll never spend another minute with you. What's that honey? Let's rock together. What's that honey? Now we're a brother. Shit, this can't be real. No way that this is true. I can't believe I'll never spend another minute with you. The tragedy was brought together. What's in our ways? Now we're all brothers. Holy shit, this can't be real. No way that this is true. I can't believe I'll never spend another minute with you. The tragedy was brought together. What's in our ways? Now we're all brothers. Oh my fucking God, this can't be real. No way that this is true. I can't believe I'll never spend another minute with you. The tragedy was brought together. What's in our ways? We're brothers till the end.
As far as I'm concerned, the scene is fantastic. It's just the winters that kill it, I think, because the people want to stay inside their houses when it's minus 600. But in the summers, it's music party.
Yeah, there's a lot of supportive people. It seems to change with the seasons. You know, you can tell when summer comes, the the show calendar starts booking up, people get ambitious again, and then wintertime comes and it's time to hunker down and write some new songs. I guess write the new record. Being a Winnipeg band, you don't want to get in the van and travel across the country in the middle of winter. So
spent a lot of time on the road, you know, put in our time. Alberta and back a few times, Ontario and back a few times, and yeah, just doing some hard work and doing what we can.
It's not fun hauling gear around on a January night, you know, 2 o'clock in the morning, and the van won't start, and you know, it sucks sometimes, frostbite and whatever, but you know, you do what you got to do and you just keep at it. Like,
it's if you're going on tour, it's a hell of a drive either way.
Being a Winnipeg band in the winter means filling up the cracks of your van with a lot of caulking and maybe some foam. You know, you'll have tape on the inside of your van when you're first starting out, for sure. We've upgraded to a diesel bus now.
Packing extra blankets for sure.
That's right.
Don't forget your winter jacket for unloading.
If you happen to stall or your van dies on the side of the road, that might be the end of you. So keep it in mind.
No one's stopping. No one's stopping.
It's cool being in the middle of it all, but a van comes driving through. They've been driving for 8 hours from Thunder Bay. They've been driving for 16 hours from Edmonton. If you can give them a case of beer and a couch to crash on, they're so grateful, and it's a lot of fun. You meet good friends, and when you're heading out, they hit you back. So I think, you know, we got a special spot in a lot of people's hearts just because we're that little stop in the middle of the prairies, in the middle of nowhere, that they're actually going to get a good crowd and some good hospitality and chill out for a bit with us too, which is a lot of fun to put people up and things.
I think it's time I started believing in something more real and not these ideas in my head. Hate is such a strong word, even coming from me, boy. I think it's time I open my eyes so I can see. She's looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. Like a stray arrow in the night, I try to find a place to lay. I find myself doing the same, but I ain't ever running away. 'Cause she's looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. I walk this line just to keep on this path of mine. Oh, I walk this line just 'cause everybody else does. Yep. Now everybody is looking at you, and you ain't got no clue what you're gonna do. All I know is that you're going down. Just make sure to take me with you too, 'cause she's looking at you, looking at me, looking at you, looking at line just to keep on this path of mine. Oh, I walk this line just 'cause everybody else does.
Thanks. All the music out there that you download is free. Everything that you can obtain freely, and you know, they might even change, you know, what platinum means might mean like 100 CD sales in about 10 years. So
I'm bushed out. That's pretty well the way I say it. I'm just bushed out. I lived in the bush most of my life, and I keep things really simple, you know. So downloading this and that, I think it's whatever, really. I mean, whatever makes people happy, you know. I think that for myself personally, if we're talking about people's pockets being, you know, the green being taken out of it because of the downloading and stuff like that, and CDs not being much, you know, sold as much anymore, then I think playing live is where it's at anyway.
With playing live music, you really have to step up putting on a show, because otherwise they can just say, well, I can just download this at home and listen to it on my computer if they're just standing there, you know, playing their instruments. Why should I go out and see these guys? Exactly. So it's really important to add in,
be unique.
Yeah, be unique and really put yourself out there.
So if we can get ourselves on YouTube and stuff like that, and we're still, you know what I mean? It's a win-win situation, you know? And in the end, that's what we're here to do, is entertain and to bring pleasure to the viewer and to the people, you know? To bring a good vibe, to bring a good feeling.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Take my music, I couldn't sell it anyway, so.
Yeah, there was no money in it before for us, there's no money in it after.
I just lose more money now, so that's the...
Whatever. I don't know, my personal opinion, I think downloading's a fantastic thing. Like, there's so many bands nowadays, or even big bands, that recognize the fact that if you're going to put out an album, you're not going to make money off it. You have to tour to support the album. Like, that's kind of how it works. You have to tour to support your band. And I don't know, I think that works way better than just trying to make money off album sales, because especially with, like, giant record labels, bands don't make money anyways, really. So
yeah, you know what, like, we're all in our late 20s. I think that we all, like, kind of gave up on the idea of ever, like, you know, making it big and, you know, making a living off of this. And I don't know, honestly, in my own opinion, I don't even think that's something that I'd want, even if, you know, like, the head of whatever the major four come and you know, were to offer you some kind of contract or something. It's just, I don't know, I'm totally happy just playing shows to, like, a handful of people that, you know, just want to be, you know, entertained and have a good night.
Fuck that, I want to quit my job.
But yeah, your job sucks. Yeah. So does mine, though.
I tried to turn
I think it's a pro for getting started. Our first album, we put it on our website for free just to get it out there, pushing it out there. You can download the 10 songs there, and I think for starting off, that's very good. Just so you get it out there instead of trying to make people pay for it.
That's right.
Yeah, we actually have our album. It's out for free. You can download it. It's an Apple iPhone app, and yeah, it's free. We don't charge anything. Just go on your iPhone, go to iTunes Store, search Juniper Drive, download the app. It's got our brand new album on there, updates, news, shows, and stuff. It's
So
pretty
if you're
cool.
sitting in the theater right now watching this, you should just pull your phone out and search it right now.
It's just a really good time for music because you can get it for free. And excuse me for saying, but like only an idiot wouldn't download free music because you know that in a few years they're gonna find a way to cap that. There'll be no free music in a few years. Like, the government controls everything, but they don't control the internet yet. I mean, it's impossible for them to right now. So I mean, take advantage of it while you can. It's a loophole that exists in our point in time, and make the best of it. Right? You got to roll with gotta work with what you got, I think.
All in all, I'd say we support technology. We definitely support the downloading of music at this point. I mean, to an extent.
You have to.
To an extent. In this
There's
day
no
and
other
age.
way, right?
Yeah, you have to adapt for sure.
Yeah. But you got to make sure you put your phone on silent when you're watching this film.
If you really think you're going to make money off selling your album, you got your head so far up your ass because the game's changed these days.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's getting shit for free.
Your head.
And you know what? You release an album to promote the tour. You
That's
know
right.
what?
Then you sell your T-shirts and your stickers
For a fucking 200% markup.
Way up.
Way up. And
Way
that's
up.
why you got to hire the best fucking merch guy that you can find because he will give you a 40-foot bus like we have and you pay him shit.
When I take the path of most resistance, you insist I change my point of view. Only one thing comes of your persistence. It's pointing out my darkened view of you. One more spin around the sun. One more year for everyone. Burning days away. Some will learn, some may change. Many lives remain the same. Burning all the days. Open hearts can't close an open mind. Raining down in tides of questions why. Blackened clouds are rolling in. All our thoughts burn thundering. Swept away and never to return. No more spins around the sun. No more years for anyone. Burning days away. None will learn, none will change. This whole And as these days go by, we have to give this one more try. I'd hate to say goodbye. Don't wanna say goodbye. Oh, no, no, no. No more spins around the sun. No more years for anyone. Burning days away. None have learned, none have changed. This whole world remains the same. Burning all the days.
Why don't you tell us what happened in Regina?
How the fuck did he hear about that? Fuck, I'm done.
Fuck you. You know what? You're a fucking prick. Take us off this fucking project and go fuck your head, you fucking dick. Out of here! Fuck!
Well, what is it, the one about the singer? It just says,
Why is
was
there,
it the
why
singer?
the drummers hang out? Or...
No, it was about singers. Why is it the singer stood at the door knocking for an hour? Because they didn't know when to come in? Is that what it was? It's just my story. It's like, hey, wait! Oh, no! Oh, go again, go again! Yeah, so, yeah, I try to carry stuff whenever I can. I just feel like I've got singer's guilt, so I try to carry drums a lot whenever I can. Or I'll just carry an anvil for no reason. This isn't equipment, I know, I just need to carry something.
What's the difference between a pizza and a musician? Pizza can feed a family.
What do you call somebody? What do you call someone who hangs out with musicians?
The drummer?
Scott.
Oh.
That look good doing it.
What's the difference between a sofa and a musician? Sofa can support a family.
You had some drummer ones, that's for sure.
Go! Oh, I got one. Okay. How do you know a drummer is knocking at your door? And this is kind of like, only drummers know this. And maybe other musicians do.
So it's a shitty joke.
Well, how do you know?
Just spit it out, buddy.
Let me take a guess here. How do you know if what? A drummer's knocking at your door?
Yeah.
He does some sort of polyrhythms on the door.
No, he gets louder and faster.
Can't keep time.
Well, I got one coming from the bass player here. It's, what do you call a friend of a musician?
A drummer.
Bass player.
A bass player?
What?
I've never heard
a drummer? Okay, I guess I'm wrong.
They're always like, what do you call the guy who hangs with the musicians?
The whole point of those jokes is that the drummer is not supposed to know.
We're beating on the drummers here then, all right?
Hey, I like it. I love drummers.
What does the drummer use for birth control? His personality. What do you call a drummer without a girlfriend? Homeless.
Homeless. Nice.
I got a knock knock joke.
Yeah, hit me with the knock knock.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana?
Ding ding. It's nothing to do with music or anything.
I'm sorry, that's all I got.
He's so practical, the way he does his hair to show, where he lines his shoes right up, that green tea in his coffee cup. Oh, she's so political, the bedroom curtains hide the show. Bedroom curtains filled with notes from former love, but no one knows. What does it mean to be modern? What does it mean to be modern? It means to dig right in. Quick to trust as his instincts give way to lust. Oh, he thinks instincts nothing much, but he buys 2 tickets and he rocks the cut. Oh, she's so scandalous, accepts his money, forgets to trust. Loved him once and she never thought twice.
got to dig right in. Serious, she said we're midnight lovers, that's after dusk. Weekday lovers and nothing more. Boy, I'm on the run like Harrison Ford. He just laughed and tipped his hat. Imagine if Edison had quit like that. Ralph now shrinks and that's a fact. And everything else fades way to black. What does it mean to be modern? What does it mean to be modern? It means to dig right in.
Yeah, we're gonna do a song called Overreactor. Cool. It's about a T-Rex who, I guess she lays like 25 eggs, and she's like the biggest T-Rex in all of Jurassic era or whatever the hell era they're from. And one day, a bunch of these little tiny dinosaurs come up and like take her eggs and run away and do whatever they do with them, like build houses or shit. And so she comes back and gets really angry and starts killing all the dinosaurs around, not eating any of them, just like stomping them to death and like ripping trees out, kicking up dirt. And the song's basically about she's overreacting. Fuck it, she's a T-Rex. That happens. So, the moral of the story is don't overreact. Think things through before you do them. That's the moral of the story.
Say you got to stop and take your time and plan this out and think things through before you react. Calm yourself and cool your jets. This shit is real, no time to mess. You gotta be quick, you gotta be calm. Don't let yourself be an overreactor. Overreactor. Foolish kid, you did too much, you've gone too far, and now you're done. But don't you see? Every time you let yourself be an overreactor.